All right, welcome into this Valentine's Day
Ooh,
edition of
hot and heavy.
Consistently
Why you gotta remind people we're
Or-
not out doing something right now?
I already did that. We got Valentine's Day in earlier. Went out to
We
a
could
nice
just say
dinner.
it's an Ash Wednesday special.
Yeah,
True.
make it Catholic.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to Catholic school for a year, so I mean, I guess we could make it Catholic.
The Catholic debut of consistently
Yeah.
inconsistent.
You can call this recording officially blessed. Been blessed. All right.
And now we're all going to hell.
All right. Yeah, pretty much. Well, we probably were already. The boys are here. Leighton, Michael, ready to get into some debauchery.
Yee.
All right. So, I mean, what had happened was pretty quick. Not too much going on. Sebastian Janikowski not coming back to the Raiders, guys.
The Polish cannon.
How do we feel?
I
That
feel
man
like this
Go ahead.
is like written in stone. Like once he went down with injury last offseason, like
And then once Greg made his first kick.
yeah. Seabass unfortunately is done in the NFL. I don't see him making a roster this year.
What? You don't see him going to like the Broncos?
Dude,
Oh, they
we
got
we
McManus.
got Brandon McManus, man. We're fine.
True. There is a
He is-
plethora of kickers right now.
He needs to go to wherever Aguero is.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Wasn't he on the Chargers?
Yeah, like wherever Aguero's kicking right now.
Aguero's my favorite soccer player for
Yeah,
Manchester City.
Aguero.
Well,
But
I
Who
think that's a
Who
perfect.
had 4 goals this weekend in one game? Just want to point that out.
I think that's a perfect transition because I'm pretty sure Aguayo is now playing soccer. Like,
That's fine.
pretty sure that's what he's doing.
So, another thing really cool, Paul Pierce had his jersey retired in Boston. Personally love watching Paul Pierce play basketball,
The truth.
especially that 2010 playoff series against the Heat. Probably in my top 5 all-time favorite series. All around, I mean, Leighton, he was on your team for a little bit, so you got a little of the truth in your life. I mean, that shot he made for you guys when in the playoffs, right? That
The
game
shot
winner.
that didn't count,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'll never
Yeah.
forget that.
that was dirty, man.
Sorry I had to bring it up. Michael, any Paul Pierce memories for you?
not really for me.
Yeah, I
Not-
didn't think so.
Not really.
I didn't think so. I mean, but be honest, Leighton. I mean, we could talk about this for a little bit. Does this man get his jersey retired if Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen don't come in 2008?
Probably not. And does Doc Rivers land another coaching job? Like,
If it is, he's probably the replacement in Denver instead of whoever they have right now. Who's your coach right now?
It's what is it, Mahomes, something like that?
Yeah,
For sure.
Not
Yeah.
who was the guy that had cancer?
the old racist dude?
No, the
George.
old George Karl.
Yeah, George Karl. George Karl was the guy that got us to the playoffs every
Right.
season. And we
Racist.
went out in the first round.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah. So I imagine that Doc would have then taken over that job, which would have been pretty interesting.
Melo would have been on that team.
Melo would have been on that team. He definitely wouldn't have traded Melo to the Knicks. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Dude, fun Melo fact while we're on it. He still has not won in Denver since he left.
Ah, jeez.
He
How
hasn't
about-
beat.
Even more fun Melo fact. Did y'all see that latest ESPN story about how like the NBA is a huge wine
Yes.
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 Yeah.
I watched that. I love that. That was so good.
Melo ranks in like the top 300 as like wine connoisseur.
He's number 1 in the NBA. Like
Yeah.
they say, his palate is so refined.
Can touch
That-
gets all the notes.
They said that whoever did the interview with him was there in studio with Rachel Nichols on The Jump, which I've been watching all week. I love their trade deadline special. That was like 3 hours long. It was so good. It was really good coverage. And the guy's sitting there and he's like, Melo focuses more on choosing what bottle of wine to take to these special parties that he goes to than he thinks about shooting a final shot in the last second. Like he says there's more stress on whether these fucking people are going to like this bottle of wine or whether or not he makes a shot at the last second. I was like, dude, you're the proper. I don't want you on my team. That's not what I want to hear. Like, I don't want to hear that KD is fully fallen into his YouTube career and goes home every night and is like editing YouTube videos before he goes to sleep. Nah, I mean, they're doing pretty well though, I will say. And then all the pictures from that article of like LeBron and D Wade and Melo and Chris Paul enjoying a nice glass of red. It was like, wow, that probably cost our college tuition combined for that bottle of wine.
Did you hear what D Wade said too in that article?
I did not.
Well, so I guess like once D Wade got back to Miami, Spoelstra and Pat Riley had this like BMI thing that they use for all incoming players, and like you gotta hit like a specific category, and Wade was below what was required. And he said straight up, it's because he drank too much wine in Cleveland with LeBron.
I imagine, though, I would love, like, okay, we can get into a quick sidebar into a sidebar. You could totally have a show that's like, Uncle Dwayne's here for 3 weeks. Like, it felt like it was 3 weeks. I know it was like half the season that he was there. But it's like at LeBron's house, you know, he had a house. I heard so he had a house in Chicago that his wife and kid were still living in from Chicago. They always still kept the house in Miami. And then he was just chilling in Cleveland. And it was like, what's up, LeBron?
Uncle Wade?
It's coming over. Like, you got some space for boy, like, I'm taking this pay cut. You gonna pay for my living? I can't afford a house right now. Like, I totally like LeBron's kids, like Uncle D Wade coming back into that.
LeBron's like, yo, I got the perfect bottle we can start out with. Melo should.
That's why. And then like Mama LeBron walks in. She's like, thank God he has somebody else to talk about this wine to. Oh my God. That happened to our friend Randy, man. He took I think it was our junior year. He took that alcohol class at USC. I tried to take
that too, but I wasn't 21
he
until
turned
like the
into
second
like
week.
the biggest douche when it came to to any alcohol. Like, God forbid somebody walked in with a value pack, like a 32 pack of Busch Light, and you can't spell Busch without USC. So where's the blanks?
Fact.
Yeah,
fact.
My palate.
That's a cold hard fact. And then he would be like, nah, not drinking it. I'm like, fine, go pay the same thing for a 6-pack, fool. Like,
my palate can't even sniff that. No, not gonna work. I can't be associated in the same room.
So, sports related, LeBron James getting into the movie producing business now is producing a remake of the classic trilogy House Party. Classic films from the 80s. Anyone?
Never saw any of them, but I saw that headline.
Yeah. LeBron getting into the movies. I'm a fan of it. I liked him in Trainwreck. It was very fun.
Space Jam is coming?
Could be. I would definitely be down to see Michael
with Blake Griffin.
The scene that I need to see is the 2018 version of his head getting getting crushed into a basketball.
Yeah.
And then we see LeBron getting and then we have Kendrick produce the soundtrack. Speaking of, that Black Panther album has just been the soundtrack to my week. And
nice.
Tomorrow night. Okay, back to what had happened. Sua Craven's reinstated by the NFL. Big news for the Washington Redskins. They need the help on defense desperately.
I don't think he's going to be playing in Washington.
Oh, you don't?
They didn't want him. That's why they put him in that list.
Just come on over to the Ravens then. Because knowing the Ravens, we're not going to spend any money on offense this year, and we're going to spend all the money on defense because that's how we work. Defense is the best part, and we're just going to make it better.
I mean, if Steve Bisciotti said one truthful thing in his end of the year State of the Union, it's that we're spending on offense and only offense. So,
well,
better not be lying.
Sounds.
What's up, Emmanuel Sanders? What's up, Juice Landry?
Dude, there was a report today. Denver's gonna keep Emmanuel.
That's fine.
They're gonna keep him and DT. So if they do that, that means we're dropping Talib, CJ, Menlik. What is it? Menlik Watson, the tackle. So it'd be at least those three, and those three alone would clear up like 20K or 20 mil in cap.
Yeah, about 20K.
CJ getting paid?
Yeah, about 20K. CJ is actually getting paid like 5 mil because it's like the last year of his contract. Like, is a decent.
Not a bad deal. Yeah,
it's not like
a really good deal.
It's not like stupidly high money, but it's enough to make a difference. It's enough to make the difference in the cap.
It looked good because you probably signed like a 3-year.
Yeah, like it was
$18 million deal with so and so signing, but it looked good.
Yeah, it looked good. So he's getting what he needs. I mean, I think he's getting right what he needs, but he's probably cap casualty if we do in fact keep both wide receivers.
Ready?
And get the quarterback.
And to get the quarterback.
Yeah. But what'd you say earlier, Michael? You want
dude, I've been thinking about it. And if we do get Captain Kirk, I'm fine keeping either Osweiler and Swag Kelly as backups and going for Saquon Barkley instead of Baker Mayfield at 5.
That's a hot take from Broncos inside. What do they call you?
It's a hot orange take.
It's a hot orange take. Yeah. It's an orange crush
blood
take.
Orange take.
Yeah, an orange crush take.
Yeah, exactly. And don't call it a comeback.
Don't call it a
comeback season.
Johnny Football is on the comeback. The man has been reformed. He has come a long way.
He doesn't drink anymore. He doesn't party anymore.
He doesn't party.
He's basically Jimmer, man. He's a Mormon.
See, but then I just feel like this is gonna be a Tiger Woods situation where Tiger quit with all the hookers and the drinking and the gambling and the boating.
That's what keeps him young, man.
I know, exactly. And then he just starts losing. And then he just kept losing once everybody found out what his secret to success was, which was just being a real life pirate.
The funny thing too is that Tiger was diagnosed with something, so he was popping those pills. And now Johnny has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, so he's popping those pills.
Nothing that coach wants more than a bipolar quarterback. Jeez.
Who has former drinking and partying issues.
Oh, yeah. So we put him on hard medication to an addict.
And then let him run your
this
billion-dollar franchise.
This is going to go great. It's like the first episode of Atlanta when Donald Glover says, "What? No, this is a perfect environment to raise you into," his daughter. Like, this is a perfect place for Johnny Football.
The disappointment I had is that I just realized this past week that Johnny is not going to be playing in the CFL this year. His deadline to sign a contract with the Tiger Cats passed. And so Johnny is not going to be playing football this year. Besides the spring league, which is 2 or 3 weeks.
Yep.
Dude, the XFL though, he's probably looking at that.
Ring, ring, ring.
Yep. Well, let's move on to something that has been captivating America and the world. And by that, I mean Germany, Norway, Russia, and America. And Korea.
And Korea. There you go.
Both North and South.
Mm-hmm.
We got something to talk about today. Did anybody else see the Kim Jong-un imposter?
Yeah, in front of like the cheerleaders.
No.
Okay, Layden. Okay.
I've been way out of the Olympic loop.
Yeah, so this dude shows up in front. Prior, the North Korean whatever has sent a 300-person cheerleading squad to go to every North Korean event that has somebody that's North Korean in it.
Saw that.
And they do whatever. They're cheerleaders.
It's like the biggest sorority thing of all time.
Whatever.
And how many athletes do they have? Like 15?
Like, yeah. So you know that you can make it. They can all be at every one of them. It's not like there's some overlapping.
Yeah.
They got to split them up into Squad A and Squad B. This dude shows up dressed to the nines as Kim Jong-un and walks in front of them. And
This is on TV.
So I had the problem where I'm sitting there picturing, these girls laugh. They don't go home. They go to a Siberian labor camp because they disrespected the supreme leader on television. And I was like, oh, God. These girls are probably trying not to laugh. They know it's a joke. They get it. But some of them were probably like, oh, my God, is that him? Is that him?
You know, I will say, as soon as you mentioned his name, our viewership probably just had a major spike because now the U.S. and North Korean governments are watching this.
Nice.
North Korea, North Korea, North Korea, North Korea, North Korea, North Korea. Kim
Jong-un's sister.
He said Russia earlier too. So.
I said the Olympic athletes representing Russia. That's what the best part of this is Guyane and I looked up these articles at dinner about all the times that people have like gone under the Olympic delegation flag, and it's actually happened a fair amount of times in the past. Because Russia was not allowed to represent itself, so these people who were not part of the doping were allowed in, and so but they are under the Olympic athletes representing Russia flag, so they're just under the Olympic flag. It happened in '88.
There's a decent.
It was like when Soviet Union broke up, all those satellite nations were under the same flag. We're under that kind of flag, so it's happened.
Yeah, I mean, there's athletes this year that are under the flag.
Right. Yeah, for Russia. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I was saying. There's like 129 of them that made it, but then they had like 500 people apply, and only 129 made it. So Russia had like 371 people that were just like, HGH! Yeah!
Strong like Mother Russia.
But for what? The luge? Like, all right, let's get into this. What is up with this double luge? These dudes are laying on top of each other. Their balls look squished to high heaven.
Oh, God.
And it just looks so uncomfortable. And they're laying right on top of each other. And
Dude,
they're going 60 miles an hour.
2018, you got a problem with that?
I'm just saying it looks uncomfortable. And I don't get why you just can't do a bobsled.
You see BuzzFeed went viral with their post about the men's luging.
Yeah, that's the whole reason I kind of thought about it.
18 men's luge bumps you gotta see. Something like that.
It just looks so uncomfortable.
Also, my dad just texted me about how lit watching the luge is right now. Like, seriously, just got
the luge and the skeleton are going on right now.
Yeah, Guyane is watching the pair skating.
Ooh.
Also called ice dancing.
Ooh.
Also called I'm changing the channel.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Also called I'm recording a podcast. So snowboarding's been dope. Chloe Kim, first woman ever in competition to nail back-to-back 1080s in a run. She was amazing. The only reason she wasn't allowed to represent America in the last Olympics was she was 13. But in that same year, like a month prior, she won gold at the X Games.
Yeah, like that's the crazy part. Like she's already winning gold.
Like against the field that was in Sochi, she beat at the X Games at 13. And I was
she couldn't compete because they're like, nah, you're too young. It's like I literally just beat him, man. Like, what are you doing?
All she needed was Eminem, one shot, one opportunity, and she took it. I gotta throw in all the Eminem references, Layton. We gotta get hyped. I gotta throw in that hype train. Roo!
I still haven't listened to his new album, but I guess I will eventually.
I listened to the Ed Sheeran song on the radio a couple times, but that's about it.
I've heard that, yeah.
It's more like slap poetry. There's a rap on the back of a postcard that I wrote with a heart in a box on a basically. Yeah.
He did have that one song where he tried to sound like the Migos too. That's somewhere in there.
Cool. And then Shaun White comes in, no like crazy unheard of tricks, but he just did everything. He got most guys come in and take that like in the half pipe, you know, they take the first one and just go up high. He goes up into a trick. Like so he's already got one extra trick on these guys and he's just slamming them in. dude, I can't believe he didn't get 100, but crushed it.
I was kind of hoping that the Japanese dude hit the 16-20.
Yeah, but he didn't get it.
I was kind of hoping we'd get to see that.
That was gonna be sick because then Sean would have had to have been like,
Sean would have had to pull something out his ass, man.
He'd been like, wait, I have something nobody's heard of.
Right? Like
crazy eyes.
He had to have had something if this guy had a 16-20. Like,
so do you think Shaun White's coming back, Michael? Like, so he's 31 now. He'll be 35.
I think he comes back. Will he be in top form to win a gold medal? I don't know, but like he could definitely come back.
These kids are crazy. Like Scotty James.
Yeah, like
the kid's like 6'3".
These kids are like throwing up high 90s, and they're like 18.
Like 1080s used to win you a tournament. They said that.
There's
they were
footage
like,
of
all
8
these
years
runs
ago, and Shaun White won with a 1080.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the McTwist, Shaun White like invented that.
Yeah.
So it's like, unless he has done a really good job keeping on top of his game, but like, 4 more years down the road, like these kids could be all nailing 16-20s.
Well,
and then, like Sean at 35, can you nail a 16-20 and keep up with these guys?
I saw that Sean is going for the 2020 Summer Games, trying to get that skateboarding in there.
Skateboarding is a thing there.
For that.
Yeah.
He won't win, but it'll be pretty good.
Hopefully he can qualify.
He'll definitely qualify.
My favorite part, though, about the half-pipe event was I'm blanking on the dude's name, but he represented Slovenia. And after his run, he threw up the free McMill on his board.
Free McMill! It made it to Korea.
Yeah.
That was dope. So
you got Slovenia on your side, bud.
Right. So hockey's been kind of we don't really know what to do without the NHL guys. You just figure Russia's gonna win or Canada, but you don't really know because the NHL guys aren't there, and it's not like we're all keeping tabs on the under 21 or the over 38 guys who are making up these teams. It seems like you got a mix of guys who were just playing college hockey and guys who played in NHL hockey for like 20 years.
Mackey Max on the ice.
College hockey. Look, where'd you play college hockey? My name is Michael Ruzioni. Who do you play for? Won't finish it. It's time for everybody to watch Miracle, by the way. It's official timing for your every 4 years viewing of Miracle.
Or the Mighty Ducks movies.
Or the Mighty Ducks. The second one in particular, where they actually do the Junior Goodwill Games, and it's the Olympics for kids, which doesn't actually exist. Disney was like, but wait, what if we like make it a thing? Would it become a thing? I make some money off of it. But whatever. So I think it kind of makes the hockey more interesting, but it's not like they're showing hockey in prime time right now. Like they should be showing USA, Russia, but instead
ice fairies.
Right. So what do you like? Is there a solution to this? Is it just the early rounds? Are we just getting to it later?
I think they'll definitely televise the later rounds more heavily, but the thing is like, anybody who's like our parents' generation is all for bringing back like the actual amateurs because they grew up with the Miracle on Ice, the big we beat the Russian super team that was like all professionals. But, like the difference
See the movie Miracle?
Yeah. The one we're talking about, kind of like that. It might have something to do with what we're talking about. But I think the biggest
thing. Finish up. Mike.
Yeah, I said the biggest difference is like now there's so many regulations on this. Like you don't get that feeling like we're going up against some super team. So the whole like,
and we heard nothing about it.
Yeah, like the whole
like who is this team?
Yeah, there was no hype. There was no, it's a bunch of college kids going up against Russian professionals.
You can name 4 of the gymnasts from 2 years ago's Olympics.
Yeah. But like they're not hyping up any of that.
Yeah, like at all.
So like, if you're going to make this huge change from NHL stars that everybody already knows and like is happy to follow, like you got to hype it up a little bit so people try and watch it.
Where's that kid from? Who's that really, really, really good kid in the NHL right now?
McDavid?
No, the other one. Is
Uh,
it? He's like the leading scorer in the league right now. Is that not?
Hold on.
Does he play for the No, he doesn't play for.
Is it not Connor McDavid?
Is that Connor McDavid?
The
The bomb
from last year or 2 years ago.
But I just feel like these Olympics are just like, yeah, for the Oilers, Connor McDavid.
Yeah, Connor McDavid.
I feel like these Olympics are like set up for kids like that. Not like Sidney Crosby versus Alex Ovechkin for the 45th time. Like nobody cares. Like
Sidney's going to get his.
Maybe just set an age cap on it. Don't set like, because what 32-year-old NHL vet and above couldn't stand for 3 weeks of vacation in the middle of the year to just get better? If anything, it makes your NHL product better later on in the season.
That's true. I mean, that's like the NBA All-Star break is the same thing.
Like, I have no say in any of this, but maybe like make it like 28 and under for your national teams.
I'm fine with that. Even if they're professionals, I'm fine with that. Because I mean, you get to see the new kids in the league, and I mean,
you got to have at least 10 kids that are 22 and under. Something like that. Yeah.
The thing is, I never minded the NHL players. Like, my dad has a big problem with it because he's like, oh, it's supposed to be amateurs. But it's like I never had a problem with the NHL players because most of them went back to their respective countries anyway.
So right, yeah. So it wasn't like it was fluttered with NHL stars.
Like there was like 4 or 5 countries that were stacked, like Sweden, Canada, America, Russia, and then maybe another one was just stacked because everybody went back to where they all came from to play hockey.
Right.
So like Ovechkin, like Varlamov, like all those guys go back to wherever they're from, and then you get Sidney Crosby. Isn't Sidney Crosby Canadian?
Pretty sure he is.
Yeah. So he's playing for Team Canada, and then we have our own.
TJ Oshie's not here. What are we gonna do without TJ Oshie?
No.
The dude took 9 penalty shots in a row. We made a rule. We made up a rule. Or didn't make it up, but we used it for the first time. That was still unbelievable. That was just crazy. I can't believe that. America's sweetheart, TJ Oshie.
That's why I didn't mind the NHL players there, because it's like it wasn't like you were just getting this American super team like basketball.
Oh, but then I'm totally cool with it. But then I'm totally almost not cool with them taking away NBA players, because then it's even more just America rules in basketball. But I do love watching the under 21 competitions because those are cool. When it comes to like Team USA basketball.
Yeah.
Team USA basketball is a big organization that has a lot of moving parts. Like Dawn Staley's a part of it. She does, I think, the under 19 team. That's kind of how she was there with Asia for under 19 FIBA World Cup. But then do you think this argument should just go Olympic wide? For then like NBA, like what do you do with golf? Like they just added golf last year to the summer.
Like, you get a bunch of golf amateurs, and it's not fun to watch.
Not true. If they're all, I think a golf tournament is good if they're all on the same level. It's not like you have me and you versus Tiger.
Yeah.
It's I mean, it would be fun for people to watch the 3 of us go play golf. Like that'd be fun because we're all in comparison to other people terrible. So it would be fun to watch 3 terrible people do it. So maybe it evens out.
It's the Olympics. Like it should be the best of the best. The NHL should be there. The NBA should be there.
See, but then like I wonder when Michael. Then when did your dad's perspective of it being amateur? Like when did that become like?
Because that's how it always was.
Like
it started out as all amateur. The Olympics was only an amateur event for years. I mean.
Was it in the 90s?
They even have professional sports when the Olympics were created in
there was no
Mesopotamia or what? Like,
Mesopotamia, bro, was Greece. I know. Did you not? Like, I know you took sports entertainment 110.
No, I know it was in Athens. Like I was just more of a joke of how old it is.
I mean, it's like you look at some of the other sports. It's like can you really have that many amateur biathletes?
How many professional biathletes do you know?
Everybody who's at the Olympics right now, I guess. That's about it.
But are they professional biathletes?
See, like, that's where the whole conversation gets weird, because it's like, especially in swimming. It's like in swimming, if they're competing for like the World Swimming Championships, like technically they shouldn't be competing in the Olympics.
They're living like Michael Phelps is living off of an Under Armour contract.
The whole thing is like most of these people have sponsorships and stuff, which would then make them a professional pretty much, because they're getting sponsored for what they do. They're getting paid for what they do.
But then that
which is the definition of a professional.
Right. That always panels back to the Winter Olympics being the celebration of rich white kids in America. Because this is not like NBC does not have these fluff pieces during the Winter Olympics that are like, when Sean was 8 years old, he was on the streets of the upper hills of Los Angeles.
Dude, but the Jamaican bobsled team
when his father pulls a trash out of the trash, a snowboard, and strapped it on his feet. No, it's like this kid that's 17 that won the slope style event.
Red Gerard?
Yeah. Like, dude takes his mask off. You can see his red eyes. Like, this kid, like, I don't know. It just seems like the kids are kind of, I don't know. I lost my train of thought. I'm kind of
done. Well, like, aren't these kids in like the Winter X Games? Like, doesn't that make them professionals?
Exactly.
Like, yeah. So,
that's where the argument is.
Is anyone an amateur? Like, okay, there's no World Archery League, but there just isn't.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, there is.
All right, I stand corrected.
I mean, that's the thing. All of these sports have some sort of competitive nature outside of the Olympics. Like,
well, yeah.
All of them have some sort of world championships. Even ping pong probably has some sort of world championships besides the Olympics.
We will define it by name.
Isn't it the PBL?
I am not getting any comments about ping pong.
That's because the viewers' ping is no match for my pong comment.
True. And Leighton, on Thursday at Bonnaroo, there was a band called Pigeons playing ping pong that I would like to see if there are any signs of pigeons and or ping pong at the show.
Either way,
they're not. But if there are pigeons and ping pong, we can stay.
As long as I can get off work.
Well, we're all gonna write in like concerned citizens to our.
I just need to make more sales first before I actually go asking.
Good call. Work it up.
Yeah.
Well, let's get on to the fun stuff. This weekend is the NBA All-Star Weekend, so get ready because lots of 5-second Twitter clips are coming your way on your
Does
Twitter.
Does it make them professionals?
Oh, I mean, who knows?
Like, does All-Star define professional?
They do get paid, yeah.
Does that mean everybody else isn't a professional?
That means everybody else is not an All-Star. You can be at All-Star Weekend and not, in fact, be an All-Star. Such as in the dunk contest, everyone. Dennis Smith, Larry Nance, Vic Oladipo, and Donovan Mitchell. None of them are in the All-Star game.
No, Vic's in it. Oladipo's in it.
Good for Vic. Good for Vic. He deserved it. And then, so let's see. Dunk contest, just railed it off. I'm going to have to go Dennis Smith Jr. I think the guy's a freak.
Oh, yeah.
He's my pick. So we're going to keep tally on this.
He's going to bring it, that's for sure.
That's for sure.
Thank goodness Aaron Gordon is no longer attending.
All right, Leighton. Who you got? You have Larry Nance Jr., Vic Oladipo, and my pick for Rookie of the Year, Donovan Mitchell.
I feel like it's between the two rookies, Mitchell and
Smith,
Jr. And just based on what I've seen at NC State and the fact that he's from the Ville, my boy J. Cole loves him. The whole Vietnam loves him. Dennis Smith Jr., baby. I'm on the same page as you.
All right, Michael. You also have to choose Nance, Vic Oladipo, Donovan Mitchell, or Dennis Smith.
Dude, I'm going Larry Nance Jr. purely because his dad wants his jersey unretired so he can wear it.
Wow, that's
purely based on that.
That'd be dope. That'd be the most Cleveland thing ever, an unretirement ceremony.
He said that Junior is like, no, I'm not gonna. You don't need to unretire your jersey, but he's like, nah, man, I'd be honored if you wore it.
Wow.
Oh,
yeah, right.
Okay, so
Happy Valentine's Day.
Contest. We have Devin Booker, Wayne Ellington, Bradley Beal, Klay Thompson, Paul George, Kyle Lowry, Eric Gordon, and Tobias Harris.
And Eric Gordon won it last year.
I say since there's enough, we can pick two. So everybody goes around once, and then we'll go around again, snake style. So I'll go with Klay Thompson. No, I won't. I don't like Klay. I don't like Klay in competitions. He doesn't seem like the
Didn't he win a few years ago?
Yeah, but you never win it twice. Paul George might win this. Like Paul George has been lights out this year in terms of shooting. Take a pick, Tron.
Like I want to be a homer, but Brad was in it last year, I'm pretty sure, or 2 years ago, and he was terrible. But he's also been amazing ever since John Wall went down. So I'm going Brad Beal, baby. Let's go.
Michael Licious.
I'll take for the repeating champion. I'll take Eric Gordon.
Bruh! Dang it! That's gonna be my pick.
So you get back-to-back picks, Michael.
All right, and then I guess if we're not repeating picks, then I guess I'll take away Colin's next pick and take Klay.
God, you're such a jerk. Yeah, go back and change from Dennis Smith Jr. so we all don't have the same picks.
That's my boy, though. I'm repping the
I
Ville.
picked him first.
I'm repping the Ville right now.
Fine, you can have him.
All right, then are you sure?
Have him. I'll take Donovan Mitchell. You can have him.
Okay.
You can have him.
That's how confident Colin is right now. You can have him.
You can have him.
All right. Well,
you can have him and then go to have it. All right, I'm done.
I'm going to take Devin Booker.
That's a solid pick. It's sad that Joel Embiid isn't in this.
We need a big man 3-point shootout as well.
Oh, y'all sleeping. Y'all sleeping. Kyle Lowry. Y'all sleeping.
He sucks.
What? Sucks is so harsh.
You can't play basketball.
Harsh, dude.
Turn on the playoffs from the last 4 seasons and tell me how good Kyle Lowry is.
It's a skills shooting competition.
Dude, and
the
plays
pressure's on. The pressure's on.
Literally the definition of not on. The only thing is when it was in Brooklyn and Jay-Z was sitting courtside.
Melo, LeBron, and Wade are all going to be courtside with their wine, judging everyone.
They're gonna instead of the Sprite numbers, it's gonna be different wine brands on the number cards.
The barefoot 3-point shootout.
Oh my god! Yes, the cupcake skills challenge. All right. So speaking of the skills competition, got a lot of names here. A lot of good ones, a lot of weird ones. We got Lou Williams, freshly signed to an $8 million contract over 3 years. Michael's boy, Jamal Murray. Spencer Dinwiddie. Is that how you say it?
Dinwiddie.
Laurie Markkanen. And out of the rookie out of Chicago. My favorite player in the league right now, Joel Embiid, Al Horford, Buddy Hield, and Andre Drummond. And Andre Drummond and Buddy Hield were replacements. Sketch on why Andre Drummond was a replacement.
What the hell is he doing in the skills challenge, though?
He's got
skills.
I didn't know this was a rebounding and putback dunk contest.
Okay, so Leighton, you will go first. Michael will go second. I will go third, have back-to-back, and we'll run it back.
I want to go Embiid here with my number 1 pick, but I also feel this dark horse coming in, and I know he's Michael's boy. Taking Jamal Murray with the number 1 pick.
All right, Michael.
All right, we're gonna take the college sensation in Buddy Hield.
Wow.
The replacement is gonna be the front runner.
I'm about to win this. At the back, let me get Embiid. Oh man, it should seem easy.
Dude, the process ain't got nothing on him.
I know, dude. He might shatter his ACL in the middle of it. Andre Drummond or Al Horford? Which one? Going Drummond. Just to prove Leighton wrong, actually.
Isn't passing involved in the skills challenge and dribbling?
Yes! Why do you like?
What is he doing there?
You don't get to see it in game. How many Pistons games have you watched this shit?
I just know who Andre Drummond is, and I don't know why he's in this event.
I'm gonna take Horford.
Cool. I'm loving this. I'm getting Lauri Markkanen.
And Lauri.
Have you seen this kid? He's the truth.
So is the truth greater than the process?
Yet to be seen.
Well, the truth is always true, while the process is a process. Makes you think.
Life's crazy sometimes.
The process kind of lends itself to having an end, though. Like, don't most processes come to an end at some point?
Yeah, it'll be when they win a title. Until then, the process is ongoing.
Until they bring back, who was their old GM? Who invented the process?
I know the. I don't know. I don't remember.
Whatever.
Okay, so then 2 more things. I'll wrap up. Got the Rising Stars Challenge, which is the world versus USA. I'm taking the world. So whoever wins will get 2 points in our thing for this. Leighton, who's winning? Us or them?
Looking at this roster right now.
I think that world roster is just a little too good.
Yeah, I don't. I'm going world also.
Mikael.
Then I'll have to be the different. I'll be the lone wolf.
All right.
USA, USA, USA.
I'm going global, baby. I support all from different walks of life.
Dude, we're making America great again.
Is Trump coaching our team?
You. Okay, so then you get to pick Team Curry or Team LeBron.
Well, at this point, who's even still on Team LeBron?
Let's see.
I got it. So the starters are Boogie, Anthony Davis, Durant, Kyrie, and LeBron. The starters for Steph.
I'm more worried about the bench because the starters didn't change.
Well, Boogie is not starting anymore because he's not there.
Yeah, that's true. They did not update that. The reserves are LaMarcus Aldridge, Bradley Beal, Gorgon, Andre Drummond, Paul George, Kevin Love, Victor Oladipo, Porzingis,
no Porzingis,
Kemba, John Wall,
no
Russell
Wall.
Westbrook. That is the entire bench.
Like Steph Curry's winning this game. Like I don't know how y'all think Steph Curry's not winning this game with Giannis, Joel Embiid, Steph Curry. You could say LeBron James and Kevin Durant. Yeah. And then he's got Westbrook too. Shit. Oh my
god. You got Harden though. Pre-injury,
right,
dude. Pre-injury, Team LeBron, I think would just wipe the floor.
I know. Yeah. Pre-injury, yeah, for sure. But like,
I mean, now you have Kemba and Goran Dragic replacing
and Cat,
John Wall.
You could roll out a lineup of Giannis, Cat, Al Horford, Joel Embiid, and Steph Curry. And Steph could just orchestrate the trees. This is going to be good. I actually think this is going to be fun. I'm worried it's not going to be, though. And it's just going to be boring and like a regular All-Star game. But I think this is going to throw some flavor into it. Hopefully.
I'm going Team LeBron here. Still.
Okay.
I as well will be Team LeBron.
Fine. You guys be that way. I'll be over here.
Dude, have you not seen the new look Cavs? The LeBron train is unstoppable.
Yeah, he's going to bring out Rodney. He's going to bring out George Hill.
This is not
Larry
Mortal
Nance.
Kombat. You cannot tag in.
Sub!
Real quick. It's not how
Get in here, Clarkson.
I summon Jordan Clarkson.
He gets all 4 of those guys to sub in for Kevin Love. So it's going to be
That's how it
8
really
on
works.
8 on 5.
That's how it really works. But yeah, I mean, that'll be All-Star Weekend. All-Star Weekend should be fun. But what you can check out on Friday is the beginning of something new on this YouTube channel. Name still up in the air. Might call it the Wake Up Pod. Might call it Wake and Takes.
Oh, I like that one.
Who knows? Names are being thrown around.
Dude, what about a cup of hot topics?
A cup of Hot Topics, but we would get sued by probably Hot Topic.
But it's topics
And
there's
probably
a cup in front of
Starbucks
it.
for like
Coffee.
putting cup in it.
You know, the person that just owns coffee.
They own cup actually. Red
yeah,
cup.
yeah. I mean, Get a
Don't have any
Solo
red cups
cups.
on set.
No, dude.
Red Solo Cup.
Hey, is this going to be like a thing? Is this going to be a one-timer, or is this going to be a thing?
This is going to be a thing, because I think I won Michael over with what my idea of morning
Dude,
is.
the first thing Colin texted me, he's like, yo, Colin's like, you want to do an AM show? I texted him back. I was like, what's your definition of AM?
I was like, I was easy on 11. I was like, 11.
He's like 10:30, 11. I was like, I like your definition of AM.
Yeah, this ain't gonna be no Howard Stern crack of dawn. Crap.
Yeah, right. Like if I'm waking up to the rooster crow, we can go ahead and hard pass.
And if we got to start at 12:30, whatever.
Well, call me up at my office phone, and as long as I throw in something about season tickets and tickets, like we'll be good, right?
We'll be Gucci. It's a Friday anyway, right?
This call for we monitored your call session today. Did you call into a radio show?
It's like pitching. We're pitching, man.
It's nationally syndicated. We're getting worldwide fans.
We're gonna talk about what was happening while we were dreaming. Scoreboard. So it's gonna be a section on the show where we just give, just recap the night in sports. Don't sit on it too long. This ain't gonna be a sports show.
Dude, I might even do a live cast from me taking a dump in the morning.
Who knows?
Like it could be anything.
I'll be at the airport on Friday, so
that's
maybe
my favorite
I can, join in. I'll give an airport review.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And then we'll say what's looking at that, what's at the top of Reddit right now, and then we'll have a main topic for every show. So we'll have about 30-45 minutes of just like general chit chat, and then we'll get into a real solid discussion. And this week we're going to talk about something that is troubling America's youth.
Tide Pods.
That has not since been seen since tobacco.
Tide Pods.
Or Tide Pods. It's like Tide Pods and everything else together. This is worse.
Is it the Juul?
It's microtransactions. We're going to talk about these bloody microtransactions that are ruining lives.
Wait.
But you can find out more about that for the $60 DLC.
Did you guys see that meme over the weekend where it was a Tide Pod that just had Supreme written on it?
Did you see the one that Guy showed me one today that had a dude with a Tide pen? It was like Tide Pods are old. I got my Tide vape. And it was like the end of the cap.
Dude, I saw a good. Hold on, I gotta find this to send you guys real fast.
But we'll talk about these microtransactions, Layton. I don't know if you know about this, but games these days are riddled with them. They want us to pay $60 for a game, and then once you're in the game, you can't have all the fun unless you spend more money inside.
South Park did a thing about that a few years ago.
Yes, they did, and they crushed it. And it's coming back because EA, a.k.a. the devil.
Yep, Satan themselves
incarnate. I'm one game of Pro Evolution Soccer away of actually playing it to never buying an EA product again. Ever.
But Madden, though.
Who cares about Madden? The game's been trashed for years.
because EA.
EA.
I like Madden 17. I think it's good.
2K should make Madden.
2K did make an NFL game, and T.O. was on the cover in 2005.
Yeah.
The game was awesome.
All right, bring back 2K football and bring back.
EA does, Michael. Tune in on Friday for more raging, because this is going to be a rage-filled show. It's ruining the youth. Calling out. Say your Twitter thing.
Don't buy Tide Pods.
Don't buy Tide Pods. Or Tide Vapes.
Actually, I might try that out. That might be cool.
Yeah, you never know. Light it on the end. See what happens. Might get a nice puff.
Kids went from huffing glue to huffing Tide.
Back in my day, the kids were just huffing glue.
Yo, check that out right there. That I just put in the chat.
Look at Pods with Twix. Yeah.
Is that a real thing? That can't be a real thing.
No, I'm pretty sure someone photoshopped that, but that's hilarious though. Twix in the shape of Tide Pods.
Pods.
Well, guys, I call it the title of this show. I didn't even say it at the top because it just feels like it. Feels like a bye week. But we're in the bye season. It's not even a week. It's a month.
Rest in peace, football.
Dude, I'm already in relapse.
Where's the combine? Where is that?
This Sunday, I woke up and I was distraught.
There was no football.
There was no Mardi Gras.
Why does it take until March for free agency to start? Why can't it start the day after the Super Bowl?
I know, right? Don't organizations want to get going like today? Like they can't see.
It doesn't actually open till March 14th. Why do we have to wait till March 14th? That's stupid.
Agents can talk to them before then, right?
I think it's like 2 weeks before then they can start talking, but they can't sign anything till March 14th. They actually
added it in a nice addition to plug 2K. This episode sponsored by 2K, the only way to play basketball. In 2K18, they added in the free agency the week before, like the task before free agency, you could sign dudes before free agency happened. Like we saw this year with guys signing like a week before and promising a week before, and then they officially sign.
So do you think if this Alex Smith trade works out, more teams will be likely to do those kind of trades in the future?
I mean, we might see that more often this year alone. Like, we might get a couple trades coming down soon.
Do we want to put – I say it's still like a 60% shot the Redskins sign Kirk.
60? No. There's no way, man.
There's no way they can work out a sign and trade like that.
Sign and trade.
I mean, but is anybody going to –
wants that salary.
I know, but they can do that, though.
I mean, the thing is, like, if nobody bites, then they're on the hook for $37 million.
They're on the hook anyways. Aren't they?
No, like Kirk's a free agent.
He's a free agent.
Unrestricted right now?
Yeah.
He's not restricted? Okay.
But right now, if they signed him, it would either be franchise tag or a contract, which would be like $37 million.
All right. We'll see. Maybe you might get him, Michael. Who knows?
And like Michael said,
the hands.
If nobody bites, they're stuck with 36, 37 from Kirk, and what? 20,
like 20 from
17
Alex.
to 20 for Alex Smith.
That's like literally half their cap in just two players. Like,
yeah.
All right. So that was your show, guys. That was our show. We did a thing.
That was the bye week.
That was the bye week blues. We came in, we threw down. We spilled takes. We broke bread together verbally, one might say.
This was a Christian podcast today.
It was #blessed.
That's right.
Officially blessed.
All we needed was some bread and some wine. Shout out LeBron.
Got the Vino right here, baby.
Is that
Vino
that
was in hands reach the whole time. I was ready for communion. Let's go. Well, there you go. Whatever. It's a Uzi. It's a Uzi.
Deuces.
Peace. We're out. Leighton Markwood, at Leighton Markwood, at Chucky Taco, at @the_C Morris. This has been Consistently Inconsistent Sports. Find Michael and myself Friday at an unspecified time on this very same YouTube channel.
Somewhere between 10:30 and 11:30. Well, around there.
Figure it out.
Sometime in the morning.
Black Panther's that good. We might need to sleep in and dream more about it, or we'll wake up early and just be like,
go with the 8 a.m. showing.
Let's go. We got.
Let's do the 8 a.m. showing before the show, and then do the show.
That's my man.
Ooh.
That's my friend right there. That's my friend's attitude. I like it.
Let's just never leave the theater on Thursday.
I also like that. They can't take us out if we,
keep paying.
And there is beer there. Pound Center has changed, Michael, since the last time you and I went there.
I know I've been a few times since they got beer, but yeah.
Wow, I'm ready.
The Cinnabar's pretty solid too, dude.
Yeah, we went to we made a poor decision. We
did.
saw The Hobbit at the Cinnabar.
That was a long movie.
That was so good. It was like, man, do we need to get another pizza? Like, oh jeez, this is long. And it was like just us, and I think it was like 2 other people. And this poor girl had to keep coming in and check on us. And we're like, "Can we just watch this movie?" Like, was that the barrel?
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't see that movie.
Whatever. All right, we're out of here. Peace out, everybody. Great week.